All right, today I'm going to finish up some plowing with the Farmall H, and then I'm going to go push the rest of that timber off the field and reclaim that little piece of property. You're in or you're out. This is what this channel's about. Boom! Well, first things first, before we even fire this thing up, let's do an oil check on it. Yep, I installed this dipstick on this H about 2 years ago, and works good. Works real good. Need to wipe it off. Yep, I don't know what you can see on there because I don't have my glasses to see what you can see, but anyways, full, low, you know, and there you go. Screw it back in, crank her back out. Tractor ain't sitting absolutely perfectly level, but then again, it never does. You definitely know when you're a little low on this tractor because the oil pressure drops. When I hold good oil pressure, I know I can pull that dipstick out of there and it's going to be right on. So, oh, and would you look there, I just happen to have 4 quarts of low ash, straight 30 weight, and that's what I run in all my Farmall tractors. So we're going to add, we'll go about 1 quart. So the one thing I will tell you now, obviously I put the dipstick in, but if you have the double petcock, if you pull the top one and nothing's coming out, you pull the bottom one, I always used to just go by the standard. If it's coming out the bottom one and not the top, figure about 1 quart low. So, yeah. And I've learned that dipstick over the time that I've had it in there. And I can tell you right now, we're not quite 1 quart low, about maybe 1/2 to 3/4. And ooh, that's not good. That's not good. I see moisture in the oil. That's a call for an immediate oil change. Yep. See that? I don't know, caramel. Yeah. And actually, what I like to do when I see that is I like to do an oil change, run it, and then do another oil change within about 5 hours. And just keep flushing it out. Now this tractor does sit inside. It's got its own little barn. Has it ever been out in the rain? You bet it has. It's a working tractor. So I have had it out in the rain before, but oof, not a fan of the water. I will tell you that. One little incident that I did have, you can see this is bent out. A lot of guys would cut this. And I've even seen antique tractors come out of the factory with it cut like that. And I have had people tell me that they've got tractors, not necessarily Farmalls, but tractors that come cut for the upright distributor like that. But anyways, when I first got this tractor, it was skipping and missing, like a valve was sticking. Well, it wasn't that at all. It was skipping spark, and this was jumping off of this onto the hood. So I just took and bent that out. Now everybody's, it easily bends back, man. Easily. I can take a dead blow, bend that back, and you'd never even know it was bent unless I told you I did it. So, yep, it works for me. It keeps the spark from jumping, and I'm all about that. So let's get some oil in this thing. How do I know when I've poured in almost 1 quart? Experience. All right, so let's check her out. Yeah, it's definitely full now. Yep, that was about 1/2 quart. It's hard to read the engine oil because it's so clean. It's transparent, you know, and somebody asked me about the 400 the other day. They're like, when's the last time you changed the oil in that? I said, oh, it was last year. And I went and pulled the dipstick on that, and that's clean as a whistle. Should be a brownish clear color, and that's exactly what that is right there. So, you know, and this is one of those tractors that will never leave the farm as long as I'm alive. This is here to stay, not for sale. Don't care what I'm offered. So doing an engine rebuild, I mean, I wouldn't even hesitate. Absolutely wouldn't hesitate. Some of the tractors here are fluid though. They may come, they may go. This ain't one of them. Let's go, let's grow. Let's finish this up. Let's see where we're at on oil pressure upon startup. Yeah, so it's got good pressure. And I gotta tell you, even running it for a few hours, it don't drop a whole bunch. And as far as oil pressure goes, I've always called good 1 pound of pressure per horsepower. So 26 horse, even at the end of the day, I should still be popping, you know, 25, 30 pounds of oil pressure. But you can clearly see right now, there's a lot more than that. What I'm gonna do is just plow this and then pick up and go around that pole. I'm just putting along right now. Well, some of you are going to remember this piece here. Done a lot with this little, probably a 2-acre piece here right off the corn. And a lot's plowed here. This is where the A plowed. This is where the H is plowed. This is where the 756 with the 411-4 bottom fast hitch plowed. And what's going on is I come in here in this centerpiece in a previous video and brush hog. Yeah, I know it wasn't a lot of brush, you know, tough guy syndrome. I mowed what was there, how's that? It's always the one or two that have to leave a comment. But anyways, I'm gonna plow this up because I don't wanna have to brush hog it again. So we're just gonna once and done and finish this, and then we're gonna contend with the corn. Let's go, let's grow. Oh, by the way, bounty hunters have already mounted up. And if I'm not mistaken, up there I see a baby woodchuck running around. So that means there's several. Come on, fox. Right there's the den. Putting a beat down on the rabbits because, well, the rabbits are out at night and the woodchucks aren't. So if they're not going down in holes, they ain't getting them. But anyways, I'm going to start off with second gear here, and then I'll go up to third gear. In the Army, we used to say, there's a hole, there's a hole. The low ash 30 weight oil was designed specifically for international gas tractors, and you especially want to run this stuff in the later model tractors like my 1968 756 gasser, or you will plumb burn the exhaust valves out of them. The time to change from this to, say, a more modern oil would be at an engine rebuild, not once you buy it. You have no history, or you don't know if that engine's been rebuilt. Although I can tell you, a gas tractor like the 756, it gets up around 5,000 hours on a gas engine. It's probably been rebuilt. But use this low wash 30 weight oil until you do a rebuild. That's my advice. Boom!